I discovered my small town's darkest secret when I found a hidden room in the library basement. Now the mayor wants me fired. I've been the head librarian in Millfield, population 2843, for 6 years. Last month, while searching for space to store donated books, I discovered a locked door behind a bookshelf in our basement. The key was taped to the underside of a nearby shelf labeled simply Archive. What I found inside wasn't books. It was hundreds of handwritten journals dating back to 1952, all from teenage girls who had been sent to the Millfield Home for Wayward Girls, a facility I'd never heard of despite being a local history buff. The journals detailed horrific abuse, forced labor, medical treatments for female hysteria, and worst of all, babies taken from young mothers immediately after birth. These infants were supposedly adopted by good Christian families, but many entries suggested darker outcomes. The facility closed in 1974, but what shocked me most were the signatures on the official documents stored alongside the journals, the same family names that still run our town today. Our current mayor's father was the doctor who performed unauthorized procedures. Our school superintendent's grandfather was the priest who declared which girls were morally corrupt and needed rehabilitation. The police chief's uncle oversaw security, preventing escapes. I couldn't sleep after reading these accounts. I contacted a state historical society and a journalist from the nearest city newspaper. They were immediately interested. 3 days later, Mayor Richardson called me to his office. With false concern, he explained that those fictional stories were actually part of a creative writing project from the old high school. He offered me a significant raise to protect our town's reputation and return the materials to him personally. When I refused, his demeanor changed instantly. "Your grandfather worked for mine, remember your place." The next day, 3 library board members called for my termination, citing budget concerns. Anonymous notes appeared on my car. Some history shouldn't be remembered, but something unexpected happened. When word spread about my discovery, elderly women began visiting the library. One by one, they asked to see me privately. Each had a connection to the home. They were daughters of the Wayward Girls, or in 2 heartbreaking cases, former residents themselves. "I always wondered where I came from," one 67-year-old woman whispered. "My adoption papers were clearly falsified. Could my birth mother's story be in those journals? I've now identified 24 living women who were held at the facility and 37 children who were taken. With their permission, I've digitized every journal and sent copies to state authorities, historical societies, and media outlets." The mayor's termination attempt failed when over 200 residents packed the library board meeting. Yesterday, state investigators arrived to begin a formal inquiry. I've received job offers from larger libraries, but I am staying. Shama needs to make sure this history isn't buried again. The true purpose of a library isn't just to preserve the stories people want remembered. It's to protect the ones some would rather forget.